release of Scary Movie, or Scary Movie 6, I wanted to watch all of the movies before it, before I watched the new release. Now, I decided this less than 24 hours before I was going to go see the new one in theaters, meaning I saw Scary Movie 1 through 6 within 24 hours of each other. And of the 6 movies, 4 out of the 6 were first time watches. The other 2 were first time rewatches, and that was number 1 and number 4. Now, before actually getting my ranking, I want to say this. Horror parodies are one of my least favorite horror genres out there. And there's only a handful that I do like, and of the handful, I rewatch them maybe once or twice a year. So this whole franchise I will say is my least favorite horror franchise as of right now. And in general, these movies are just not my cup of tea, and I am not the core audience for them. And of the ranking, the only ones I'd say I like and got some enjoyment out, like major enjoyment out of, is the first 2. And number 1, I might rewatch within the next 3 years. That's only one rewatch. Number 2 is, it got some laughs out of me. I'm glad I watched it, but I'm not gonna rewatch it. 3 and below, did not care for, did not like, was not for me, not a fan. And that's how I view basically the whole ranking and the franchise. So please keep that in mind, especially when we get into one particular movie and how it's ranked, because I know a lot of people are disagreeing with that one. Starting out at number 6, I have Scary Movie 5. Scary Movie 5 basically follows the plot line with Cabin in the Woods and the found footage, paranormal activity style kind of movie. And this one just is the most boring, it's not funny, and it's just not good. And I was tired by the time I got to this one, admittedly, and you can actually feel the runtime of this movie compared to all the others, which I didn't really feel the runtime of the others above it. This one, it was just not great. And I was actually talking with a coworker about at least the first 5 Scary movies, and we could both remember enough about the first 4. When we actually got to the 5th one, I was like, well, they had that one reference with found footage. They're like, oh, the one with the cabin in the woods. I'm like, yeah. And that's all that we could remember about this movie. So it's just very forgettable too. Most forgettable of all of them, and the most boring out of all of them. And not even funny at all. At number 5, I have Scary Movie 6, the new release. Scary Movie 6, and I'll stand by this, is I describe it as Scary Movie 1, but worse, with more repeated jokes from previous Scary movies, and just the same kind of joke, which is not my humor, just being told over and over and over again in the movie. Now, this did get a couple chuckles out of me with some of the bits. I will say I like the Substance bit. The Candyman bit, I got a little humor out of. And Terrifier, and my favorites would probably have to be the Found Destination bits, especially with that one kid with the penny. That also got a chuckle out of me. And having the mixed story of Found Destination 6 a little bit with the Scream, it works. And having Laurie Strode kind of characteristic, it works well enough for the movie. But the ending does lose me a lot, which is a big complaint I have with this movie. And that's mainly because when it actually came to like the ghost reveal of it all, they just do way too much with the reveal. If they just cut it back and just did 1 or 2 things, I wouldn't complain, but they overplay their hand there. And I don't even mind the ending it with they're taking back the franchise. I don't mind that ending, so not for me. I didn't care for it. At number 4, I know a lot of people disagree with me here, but Scary Movie 2. Scary Movie 2 has my least favorite opening. When you actually get to the Exorcist Reagan scene, I didn't care for that one. I could not get into Scary Movie 2 for the life of me at all. I found myself getting annoyed at most, and the humor I was not a big fan of in the first movie. They just did it times 2 in the second movie, so I didn't really find those bits funny. So yeah, just was not a big fan of Scary Movie 2. The humor was not for me. Now, there are some bits that did get a little chuckle out of me, but for the most part, it just did not work for me, like, at all. Did not care for it. I know a lot of people disagree with me there, but it's not for me. And at number 3, And compared to the other Scary Movies, I recognize the least from Scary Movie 2, so that's definitely part of why this movie didn't work for me either. I have Scary Movie 4. I know Scary Movie 4 is not great. I'm not saying it's good either. I'm not even saying that it's funny. But this is the only other one I rewatched. And funny enough, by the time I actually got to this movie, I actually was like, you know what? I was a little bit too harsh when I talked about this movie for the first time. It's not that terrible. It's not good. I enjoy the Saw bits of the movie. That's like the thing that stands out and actually what put it above Scary Movie 2, because I know Scary Movie 2 on technical level would be better than 4, is technically better than 4, but the Saw bits stand out to me. I do have a major gripe with this movie though, because the alien stuff I don't mind that terribly. It's not a great movie. I just prefer it over 2. But I also have a gripe with this movie too. Now, of the coherency of the storyline, I know we're a parody series, not particular, but they don't really explain how Brenda's back, because they have her whole funeral in 3, which was funny, but they don't kind of explain why she's back. She's like, I thought you were dead. Well, I thought so too. And again, I know it's not going to be coherent, but then again, you also have something earlier when she explains why the son that wasn't in the previous film isn't here. She's like, oh, he's in military school. So there's some kind of coherency. It's just kind of like, you could have had one little thing there to make it coherent. I know that's nitpick, but that kind of just stands out as something that was like, really, you couldn't just done something small there, made a reference to something. I don't know, they could have done something. That's just a small gripe I have with it. It's not a great movie. It's just one that's like, not funny, but better than 2 and more rewatchable than 2 for me, for my own taste. At number 2, I have the first Scary Movie. Now, I'm a casual Scream fan, so I got chuckles out of this movie, especially some of the bits. Now, some of the certain humor with sexual stuff, again, that's not my type of humor. I know it's lowbrow, not my cup of tea, guys, so I didn't care for that. But the bits with the running and stuff like that got a little laugh out of me. The whole scene where she's like wants to be the victim, that also got a chuckle out of me. So I am glad I rewatched this. It is worth one rewatch if you're a casual Scream fan or a Scream fan in general. I liked it. It has some of its classic lines here with the mix of I know what you did last summer. Why me? Classic. Enjoy this one, and I did like it. Some positivity, guys. And at number 1, I have Scary Movie 3, which is my favorite of them. Now, I like The Ring. I casually like The Ring, and I like Brenda's character in here. I found her funny, especially with the bit with the carpet. Got a little chuckle out of me. The kid stuff got a little chuckle out of me too. I just really like this one, and this just has most rewatchable ability for me personally. I just really like 3 and had a good time with it. So, and I got little chuckles, especially with the Ring stuff. Very solid. And part of it is like the era of films I recognize are more part of this movie, so it's some nostalgia for some of the previous movies. Enjoy this movie. Wouldn't say I love it, but I like it. Scary Movie 3 just has the right amount of comedy and parody. So comment down below your ranking of the Scary Movie franchise. Which movies do you like or not like? Comment down below, and I'll see you guys soon. And if you want to hear my other rankings, I'll put a playlist on my Instagram of some of the other rankings.